Hey guys, happy Saturday. Thank you for being here with me on this fine Saturday. What's going on with everybody? Hey Peanut. Hey Keisha. Hey Cutie Pie. Hey Toy. Hey Bob Smith. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all doing? So I want to go over a couple of things. The last video I did was a premiere video, so I wanted to, update you guys on what's going on. So a lot of you think that when information comes out, that everybody knows it at the same time. If you do know it, that's kudos for you. But I wanted to, update everybody on Shamar's status. A lot of you guys know that he was looking for an apartment and he ended up finding one. So he got on to live yesterday and he was talking about how he was, I guess, approved for an apartment and he's going to move in sometime in September. I want to say the 16th of September, he'll be moving into his new spot. However, he got on to live yesterday ranting because he lost his social security card. That kind of sort of baffled me because why is that anybody's fault but your own that you lost your social security card? I don't know who helped him find this apartment, but I'm glad that he's stable. So, he'll be able to stay at the apartment complex for, I think, 2 weeks after the lease has expired. They're not giving him 30 days. He also was complaining about that, how they did him wrong because they are not giving him 30 days. But I think that he's forcing it. He wants too much for a lot of stuff that he allowed to happen at that, resident. He allowed it to happen because you don't ish where you lay. You're supposed to do your dirt outside of your home. And sometimes people that you're associates with, they should not really know where you live for them to come and retaliate against you. You feel what I'm saying? So for him to be mad that they're not giving him 30 days is diabolical. Because they could have given him the 30 days, but slapped on an eviction because he broke every rule on that lease that one could think of. He broke every rule on that list. So he doesn't get that he got a break, and it's because he's around people who are getting bags like Fenty and Sukiana, the same, to name a few, that are gassing his head up, because they're using him for content to make money. They got him thinking he's bigger than the program. He needs to be around people that are not going to tell him what he needs to hear, but not what he wants to hear, but what he needs to hear. This is what's really making him the way he is now. It's confusing him because nobody's telling him the truth. And then when somebody like Tommythegossip or myself come along and we tell the truth, now we're bullying Shamar when that could be farther from the truth. But we're not going to go there with that situation at all. But yeah, he did find an apartment. Thank the Lord for that. Whoever was, behind him on finding that apartment, big ups to you. Because at that time, I really believe that if he did not find a place, I don't think he would be on a park bench, because that would have actually exposed a lot of people in the industry that have used him for content and also to get a bag. That would have been questionable why they, with the resources that they have, didn't help him out. So I think that he definitely would have had somewhere to lay, but it just wouldn't have been in his own spot and he wouldn't have been on his own lease. And I also want to say really quickly, shout out to y'all that came through that live stream I had yesterday, which has nothing to do with this content. Y'all did your big one yesterday for me. And I want to just kindly say thank you for everyone who participated in that live. That meant a lot to me. You know, people who stopped by and you know, said something in the chat, hit the like button. You know, that was what, you know, where it was at. So thank you so much for that. But yesterday, Shamar went live numerous times. There appeared to be one time he was in a cab. I don't know if he's high out of his mind or tired or a combination of both. But he went live. You know, he gets very distracted. Didn't stay on too long. But in one of those lives, that's when he had shared, you know, the good news that he had got his apartment. So, you know, I don't know if he's gonna move in September because they have to wait for his Social Security card to come, or that's when maybe the apartment is gonna be ready. I have no idea. But I know that he'll be moving sometime in the middle of September because the audio is choppy and going in and out. It's been that way on a few of your videos you plays as well. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Can you hear me good now? Love Erica P. Thank you so much for letting me know because I've been noticing that too. And I hate the fact that I'm not really tech savvy. I mean, I do know good equipment, but sometimes fixing something, which probably is a simple adjustment, girl, I'd be lost in the sauce. Exactly. He needs to be more responsible and keep up with his personal items. Yep, he sure does. You know, and it's just crazy how I'm quite sure the, you know, apartment that he got 9 times out of 10, somebody had, you know, took the time out of their day and they knew what they were doing. His father, the process of all of this, and got him that place. And the least thing you could do to make these people's job easier, you know, because they're helping you, is at least have all your stuff. And you can't get on live getting mad at us because we don't live with you. We're not, you know, in charge of you. You don't want to have nobody telling you what to do. So why are you getting up here getting mad at us because you lost your Social Security card and it's going to be an inconvenience, you know, towards you moving into your new spot? You said, yep, he stayed losing his ID, his key, yep, his keys, Social Security card, his wallet, everything. One thing he doesn't lose is his phone. Right, he love Erica. He never loses that phone. That phone never gets lost. I never hear him saying he's losing that phone. Okay, no, I know. That's what I'm asking you. Is it better now? Well, actually, that was wonder if he's paying pet rent. Let me see. All right, I'm just going down the list here. Shamar needs to get rid of the dog. He thinks he can take his dog with him. And see, you know what? And that's funny you brought that up because if this new place doesn't allow pets, he's already starting the year off where he's going to have another year, if he's even lucky that they keep him that long, where by the end of that lease, they'll be saying that he has to go and he's going to be doing the whole process all over again. And it's crazy. It really is. Howdy, Toby. Hey, fried chicken. Social Security card can be a copy, or if he goes down there, wait until they mail his original. I thought at the Social Security office, if you go down to get your Social Security card, they give you. You said it's clear women then gets choppy, but I can manage myself. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with it. So, like I said, I'll check it out when I get finished because I have noticed myself that sometimes it does do that. So you're not saying any. Yeah, I see. Yeah. I see. You know what it is? It's the you know what it, you know what it is, love, Erica. I keep pulling the plug out, and sometimes you keep pulling the plug out of, like, say, your cell phone charger or like the mic out of your laptop. It can like loosen the metal and get it like that too. Yeah, but I see, I just heard what you're talking about. And it's honestly the cord. I'm gonna end up putting an extension USB in, and I'm gonna just keep that in there, and that should help it, but it's not gonna be right now because I'm live. But yeah, I hear what you're saying now. Thank you, sis. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. The likes look like they're on a diet. So hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way in. Thank you. But I lost my frame of thought talking about the mic. Shamar needs another safe to keep his social security. Right, that's what he needs a safe for, exactly, for his important documents. But we can't tell him to get no safe to it because he might end up, stop making his little bags again. And he'll stop putting money in them saves, and then all of a sudden somebody will try to rob him again. He blocks his blessings every time. He sure does, Keisha. I know Mello is an emotional support animal for him, but he can't take care of him right now. He sure can't. I agree with that. They give up a copy print of it, but the original one comes in the mail. Okay. You learn something every day. Well, different states do things differently, because I know that I had to get a Social Security card. This is when, well, this was years ago, actually. But it was because my name had changed, and so they printed one out right there. They will give him a printout to show that he applied for a new one. That piece of paper is proof. Yeah. Hey, Linda, how are you, sweetie? Shamar needs a kid. I ain't gonna say it. But actually, it's funny you're bringing that up, because I did a walk down memory lane video today. And, surprisingly enough, there's a lot of people that hadn't seen it from a couple of times that I have did the walk down memory lane with something that Fendi said, because she even said too that Shamar needs a caregiver, but she didn't say it in a way where she was trying to dog him out. She was saying it in a way where she's concerned. Can we get the, yeah, let's hit the like button. Shamar needs a caretaker for real. Somebody needs to explain to him what a caretaker is, right? Sorry, I haven't been on lately. I was sick. No, you was on yesterday morning, Calvin. Remember your stomach? Me and you was the only one in the live, I think. May have been one or two people in here early yesterday morning, I think. I want to say. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, you wasn't feeling good. You had me cracking up, but I had the mute button on, so you didn't hear me laughing. But I was saying, you were saying, I called in sick, but now I'm afraid I'm get fired. And I know that feeling, because years ago when I used to work, and if I called in sick, I always had that feeling too. Like, I called in sick, and I hope I don't come back in and they want to tell me that's my last day. They don't like you getting sick, So you had me cracking up. It said, did anyone see him online flirting with some guy named Charles? Shake my head. Priorities all jack. Yep. And go and listen. Not only that, love, Erica. Did anybody see him 1 minute at a certain time of each day, which is usually at night, when everyone's sleeping? He's complaining, and this person said this about me, and they doing this to me, and my life is so difficult. I want to unalive myself. But then all through the day, he's in the bar playing pool. He's doing this, he's doing that. He don't even seem like somebody that's trying to move. He's just all over the place. He was trolling Charles. That's crazy. Did y'all see my thumbnail, and also in the video where he licked? Stuck out his tongue and did that little act with his tongue in the cab or the black truck or whatever. That dude is off the hook. Hit the like, subscribe. Yeah, thank you, Diane. There's not nothing wrong with having a kid take it. It depends on a lot of different situations. You're right, Keisha. Shamar has gotten so big-headed he doesn't want to listen to anyone as bad as he needs a caregiver. He will never get one because he doesn't think anything is wrong with. Well, he definitely needs somebody because it's diabolical how all that money was taken from his house. We're talking about a lot of money. And you know how he went into a panic when it was time for him to get himself situated to move to another apartment. These are things that he's not used to doing on his own. So he needs a caregiver. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying that being mean. I think because he's kind of sort of still mad at what's the rapper that said it first? Put it in the chat, guys. Well, anyways, when she said at first that he needed a caregiver because he was mad at her, he is just offended by the word caregiver for personal issues with a person that said it. And they would say it because they're not going to tell him what he wants to hear. They're going to tell him what he needs to hear. You know, that's what the problem is now is people are telling him what he wants to hear. And that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when it's time for him to do grown up stuff, like getting an apartment and having money to move to the new apartment or put stuff in storage, he don't got nothing going on for himself. Happy Saturday, Manifest. You don't have nothing going on for himself, and that's crazy. And then the people that are making money with him, they know it too, but they're just like they don't care. They don't care, and that's really sad. Yeah, I'm sitting up there. I was listening to. I ain't gonna touch no chords right now. I'll wait till I get off live. But yeah, I do hear the little it's the chord. It sounds like it's a shortage in the chord, but it's not a shortage in the chord actually. I'm just gonna have to switch out the chords. You know. Akbar, yeah, told him. Yep. I believe it was Akbar. Yep. So yeah, he just when you say that word now, he takes it the wrong way and just you ready to take your head off. But see, he's so used to people telling him what he wants to hear, they're lying to him. That he and then then he realizes after the fact that they were lying to him. After they do something to him, and that's then too late. And so it's like he doesn't know who to believe or to trust, so he really did eyeball bad. He needs a brace and he needs rehab, just my opinion. You said he needs a brace? Diane, what kind of brace? She was the one that put him on. Yeah, and it just seems like I've heard numerous people say this. I'm not gonna name drop, but I've heard numerous people say that it seems like Fendi can't do any hit songs without Shamar. And then another thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Allegedly, Sukiana, I say allegedly, she paid him $500. A couple of weeks ago when he was doing some work with her. $500? Not even 1,000? Diabolical. That's all I'm gonna say is diabolical. Unfortunate, very unfortunate that he is being taken advantage of like that. I will at least say when he was with Kay, he kept himself up and he got his gigs. Now, she stuff, you know, to give people the side eye, but she could have been a lot worse. Honestly, I think that he needs to invest in himself, which he doesn't want to pay for. Because see, if you get a manager, a professional manager, someone that went to school, like business school for that stuff, you have to pay them. Caregivers eviction and really triggering to him. Yeah, it is. Well, you know what? Eviction should be triggering to anybody. That's how you know that he has common sense. Shamar's not stupid. Because let me tell you something. If I heard the word eviction, that would trigger me too. Oh, I would go into a full-on anxiety attack. But you know, like I said, my husband always says this to me. Like right now, I'm doing it. You know, don't put what's going on with somebody else onto yourself, because you kind of sort of speak things into existence when you do that. So Shamar falls out with everybody who has his best interest. I got some dope mods. I know I be every day saying thank you to you guys, but I don't know, man. Y'all really be rocking with me. I mean, and it's the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm in here every day around 11 a.m., right? And I'm telling you, you guys faithfully come into the lives. All of my mods. It's not like it's a couple of, you know, regular mods and then the rest of them, you know, I see them periodically in with the regulars. You guys are all in here. Like the ones since me doing Shamar commentary. I'm not talking about the Christian rock content that I used to do. I don't really see too many of my mods from there anymore. But you know, I do speak to some of them on the back end. And it's understandable why they don't come to the lives, because they're not really interested in Shamar content. And that's understandable. And I'm not mad at them at all. They were great too as mods. But you guys be holding it down. Anytime you can come to a live that's not even relevant to how you met me, that's real. And I love y'all for that. Meaning the body brace correction to help him. Well, you know what? Let me say this to you, Manifest. One thing that shocked me about what Shamar said in an interview, and I had played it one time up here before. He said that he wasn't born with his body crooked. It started getting like that as he got older, and that was because he never got the procedure to get done when he was younger. His parents, before it was his decision on getting it done, they did not invest in getting that done. And I think because of Shamar being used to not having it corrected, you know, people might could talk him into getting it done. He'll have a better quality life. I would believe so. But like again, we're talking about Shamar, and he took that 500 and went down and spent every dime. And you know what, Toby? You got to be right about that, because he don't even have, hey, Ryan, oh, you throwing me off with the 007 agent. Meow, meow. I didn't even peep the meow, meow. Good morning, everyone. You are too much, Ryan. Kay kept him busy. He wasn't in no drama. Yeah, he's in a whole bunch now. That boy had been having a tantrum every other, no, not every other day, every day, every couple of hours. They definitely lowballed him because they know he's delayed. He needs a handler to help his day-to-day business deal. Yeah, he should at least, you know, when people say caretaker, caregiver, PR person, manager, they're really talking about the business side, like, which, you know, is the money, you know, and also getting fair business deals, whoever he's doing business with, to make money. He should let somebody handle that, because he doesn't know what he's doing. He does not. Hey, Frederica. So you're skipping. I'm on my phone. I know it. I think it's my cord. Let me see something, guys. on 1 second. Let me try something. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to put the cord back in until I get off. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, does this sound better? Let me listen to it on my end too. This should sound better now. I don't know why that's doing that. Yeah, it is skipping, but let me know if it's better. Put a Y in the chat if it sounds better now. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. He goes with celebrities for clout. He needs to make some money. Exactly. Toy. Exactly. Well, yes. If you watch his older videos, his spine isn't that bad. It has progressed, gotten worse. Yeah, gotta start taking better care of himself. So you hear at the 3 o'clock premiere, Fenty wanted him not only to have management, but management with even his health. She says that clearly in her interview. So, I'm checking this. So let me do this. Let me refresh this real quick. What am I doing? Should be better now. Because I really, it's definitely the cord, because anytime you get a shortage in your cord, or the cord gets loosened, from pushing it in and out, which I'm going to end up just getting another cord. I know it's a cord for sure. Because sometimes when I move, I should have never started this, but I started moving the mic, holding it in my hand. It's not that kind of a mic. It's a desk mic. You got to keep it on the desk. So I definitely did that to the mic. It's a new mic. So I got to really sit down somewhere, like Shamar. Sit down, lady. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. You filthy animal. I know y'all be like, this lady crazy. Your live is glitching. Yeah, I know it. What I know. We're trying to work on that, Melissa. Okay. It says LOL. Yep, correct. He went downtown and had a ball. Yep. Where was he going last night? He probably was, I said, to the bathhouse. He was in a black truck. Good morning, Miss Davidson. Hi, Paris Evans. How you doing, sweetie? Hey, Sky. Hey, Chef Sky. Everybody needs help sometime, and that man needs help. He definitely does. He definitely does. I think I'm gonna get me let me see. I thought it was me, but no, it's not you. But it's definitely the cord. So like I said, I switched out the cord, so it shouldn't be doing that right now. as we are live, still talking. Yeah, I don't think it's doing it now though, because I keep going over to the other screen and you know. Yep. It says up to me, my elbows and work, but I'm here. Yeah, take it easy now though. Fendi management says Shamar is hard to get along with, and I believe that he seems to have a bad attitude, thinking he's a real celebrity. Come on now, right? Well, it kind of made me put a bad taste in my mouth as well. Like his father's when I was like, I'm gonna help you try to get monetized, not try. I'm gonna get you monetized, and it's like, you ask of things of him, and like so he can, so I can help him, and it's like pulling teeth to get this man to want to get money in his pocket. So I can honestly sympathize with these people that are trying to work with him, you know what I'm saying? Like from Fenty's team. Because if you really like don't walk away, you can get yourself sick messing sometime with Shamar. Shamar will get you stressed out. That's good, Keisha. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's crazy. Says, wait, you can't afford dog food, but you're in right. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't think he realizes a lot of his struggles is because of his decisions that he's making. When he gets money from promos, he goes downtown. He goes, yeah. He loves going down there. He loves it. You said Shamar is a scam. Reality. Shamar just likes alvo with money, can't save. Yep, soon as they get it, it's like burning a hole in their hand. They have to spend it. It's sad. They have to spend it. Hi, Claudette. Blessings to you as well, sweetie. Blessings, blessings. Yeah, it's definitely the cord because I'm checking it because I don't want to drive you guys crazy with the glitching. The glitching is not really a glitch, it's the cord. Trust me. Trust me, it's the cord. But yeah, it's the cord because I just checked it again. So it sounds fine now. So a hard head makes us off behind. You already know. And to take up for Fendi a little is not her job to take care of. Well, no, it isn't. It isn't her job, but when I say like when I give my opinion, not just on Fenty, but on the circle of people that are celebrities who are getting a bag and are well known in the industry, I just feel as though why, if we see it as just normal individuals, we're not celebrities, we're not going to go out and people are going to notice us and want to autograph. Why can't they all, because they can afford to do it, band together? You already allegedly, I say allegedly, lowballing, his services. Why can't you guys help the dude out? Collectively. You got people working 9 to 5s, the weight, being thrown on, the supporters. Yeah, Keisha, it definitely sounds better now. And it's because of the cord. The cord's nice and tight because matter of fact, the cord that I just put in is a cord to something else, but it's the same kind of cord that fits this mic. And the cord is nice and tight because it's new. So I just gotta leave it alone. It's a bad habit that I have, a habit of picking the mic up. And it's not a mic that I should be picking up at all. So that's messing with the cord. So I got to just keep it on the desk. Oh, he didn't have funds, but he flossing and having flex. Liar. Can't believe that dude at all. Can't believe none of them. Even Alvo, I mean, he gets up here and says 100 million things, and you just don't know what to believe with him either. Priorities, and he can't get right. Right. I have not. Yeah, I had something that I wanted him to do, and I was gonna pay him for it, but I don't know. But you know what? And actually, I do know, because actually, if I paid him for this, it would be him helping himself. You know what I'm saying? Shamar hates money. You said Shamar hates money? He gets it. It's gone. Yep, it's gone. It's nobody's responsibility but Shamar's to handle his own business. He needs a payee in all his financial situations. They have no empathy. They don't pretend to care. Trust and believe everything that comes out of his mouth. You heard. Do we have to pay to be included in that chat? Because it seems like you read certain people's comments. Now, Melissa, you obviously are not in here a lot, because I try to read everyone's comment unless I get sidetracked and I get the talking and get long-winded, and then I might lose track of where especially if I pin a comment and then unpin it for whatever reason while I'm talking. I might lose my place on who was the last person that may have put something in the comment section of the chat. However, I try to read every individual comment. So you got me mixed up with somebody else. Right? I understand you would think people would have his back. For example, Shamar sat on live for about 4 days in an outfit, then went to a hosting at a club in the. Oh yeah, well, I've seen that happen numerous times. Love Erica. Says they should stop him at the door or tell him he needs to change before he came in there. Right? I still feel sick today, but I'm at work. Yeah, it's crazy when you got things going on, Calvin, personal, and you can't even stay home and properly, you know what I'm saying, get yourself better. It says, keep me in your prayers. That I definitely will, Calvin. You've been A1 from day one since, you popped in here with us. Everybody just using Shamar in his life. Yeah, pretty much. I'm sorry, because I be in here a lot. Melissa, you see how I'm answering your questions? I mean, not questions. I'm reading your comments now. I apologize if I have missed any of yours. I really do, sweetie. Make sure y'all hitting the like button on the way in. Let me see something. Yeah, let's make sure we get some likes up. You hit the like button for the people that are doing the story time. So make sure that you get the likes up for someone that's not doing the story time. I'm most hated because I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's going to continue over here. Real talk. I feel sad for Shamar. I do too. I'm not even going to sit there and say I don't. Calvin, I don't know, but I certainly. All right. What happened to this here? Am I on two? What did I just do, guys? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and just be on this Shamar. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be on that time either. Be honest with you. You guys know that I do have a soft spot for Shamar. Even I don't care if he drags me or not. I'm not gonna lose no sleep. And then the people that do lose sleep over it and then try to retaliate, even when I do like a response, as far as like a commentary video, I go live and I speak on it. I'm not dragging Shamar. You don't have no good days doing that. You don't feel good about it. Even if the person was talking trash on you, if you're not that kind of a person, which I'm not, I'm not gonna lose who I am just because Shamar got out of pocket with me. That's how I look at it. Take care of yourself. Maybe they will see you aren't feeling well. Right, exactly. And let them go home. Jesus Christ is my father, and I don't know how to be mean to anybody. I really wish the world was like that. Dea, what is it? Let me not tear up your name. I was about to woo child. Let me just chill. I just want Shamar to start moving in silence. He needs to, but he's not. See, you got to understand, he's like 27, 28 years old. He thinks that's normal. Tommy was his only true friend. And Tommy is his true friend too, but he's loving him from a distance. Hey, I'm Deirdre. Good afternoon, sis. He's loving him from a distance. He ain't gonna let him fall too far, just enough to for him to wake up and realize, that he messed up. But yeah, you see how we got that dog food for him. Put a Y in the chat if y'all know about the dog food that Tommy got for him. I mean, I consider that being a friend. It's just that I gotta love you from a distance type thing. That's what Tommy's on with it, and I don't blame him. He's on that time with him. I can't trust it. He did something with somebody who Tommy lay with, whether or not it was a fake relationship. Tommy admitted why he still stays on the topic, because of the simple fact that his feelings got involved, and it's a human thing. You can start off, or even like when you meet somebody and you're talking and you really are not like in love with them. There's not no love at first sight, but they start to grow on you, and then you become in love with them. It happens all the time. People might say, oh, Tommy's bugging. No, Tommy's not bugging. I'm quite sure everyone has had somebody in their life who at first, it was what it was. And then after some time spending with them, you start to grow attachments. Tyra, his real friend too. Yeah, Tyra, yep. Was in the live. I told him Shamar will find a way to be ungrateful about it. Well, you know what? When Shamar does that, all he's doing is blocking his blessings. There will be no issues in getting a Social Security print out. It's just required his time. Tommy the Gossip asked for an apology about his child, and wait a minute, and Shamar said no? Wow. Is this after he got the dog food? Welcome. Make sure y'all are smashing that like button. Thank you. Tyra, what's his real friend to say? Yeah, so I don't know. But listen, guys, I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just want to come through like always in the morning time. We ain't got to be on here no hour, 2, 3, 4 hours, to get, updates in. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still here, and I'm going to still update you, and we'll do this every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 days a week. Let me read these. Yes, after he got the food. Wow, that's diabolical. Wow. He needs a serious intervention and check himself into a facility and just get his mental together first. Shamar needs a spiritual cleansing and heal all the hurt he's been harboring. I agree with you. I know people in real life like that. Shamar knew Lashun wasn't listening. He couldn't apologize. Thank you, Diane, for participating into the live. Shamar haven't been starting packing nothing. So when the 6 come, well, doesn't he have 2 weeks after the lease is up? He has 2 extra weeks. I think he has 2 extra weeks. So he'll be good. He'll be good. This is why I said believe everything that he does. Well, listen, I'm about to get off. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you forgot to hit the like button, smash that like button. Also, make sure you share out the video. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on, option all. So when I upload these videos or lives, you are here to watch. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah. Happy Saturday.